everybody. Another show. You guys are amazing for tuning in for so many shows this week. So thank you for your patience. Hi, Kevin. I can see you popping in the room. So hello. Thank you for joining. Are you on the road yet? Let us know where you're at. So tonight we've got the wonderful Cassidy-Rae joining us. She's come to have a chat about her new single, Ton of Bricks. But we also want to chat to her about her year, what she's got planned, and everything else. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments and we'll try and get to as many as we can. We might welcome Cassidy into the room. Hi.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. And look at that room. I have seen your room with you playing and your live so much. So how cool is that? I love it.
I know. It's like my go-to place. And, it's become my happy place.
Yes. You leave it set up all week?
Most of the time, yes. Sometimes I like to add new things to it. Sometimes I like to be in other parts of the house. I kind of like to travel around the house, given I can't travel around the world like I'm supposed to. So I might even completely shift the whole room and then nobody else will notice the difference, but I'll just be on the opposite side, completely flipped everything just for the fun of it.
Because you can, and you've got the time.
Apparently, when bored, actually, to be honest, I'm not bored. I just end up, you get that itching feeling to travel. So then I'll itch to change something, and then I'll just be like, well, then if I move my piano this way, everything has to shuffle around. So it's become a lot of fun.
So true. Now, are those posters behind you all from different songs and things?
Yeah, actually, they're the posters that I created for Throwback, and then I'm on Vacation, and then Ton of Bricks, which is my latest one. I had two throwbacks because people kept requesting both of them, and I really love them. So hopefully, eventually, I'll end up having a Sunday sit-down wall, which is photos of all of my friends that I've met on my travels around the world, and then I'll have a wall full of all these posters that y'all have asked me to make. So yeah, it's kind of like a cool little thing, but also really it almost looks egotistical that there's so many faces of me, but it's really not. It's just I'm super proud of these songs. And
it's cool. Yes, what a great idea, because I was saying last night how creative we've all got. More than normal, because how creative already, but through COVID, so many new things has popped up and things like this, and it's so exciting.
Oh, 100%. I think, when we were all expecting 2020 to be the new decade, so it's a new year and it's going to be the new me, and that was the whole branding of what 2020 was going to be. And March hit and it was well, this is unprecedented, what's happening now? So we definitely have to get quite creative and entertain ourselves and find the joy in little things.
Yes, and we have. I think we've done great in that respect.
Oh, 100%.
2020 started pretty busy for you with Tamworth, and I know you have big plans for 2020, which, you're still doing pretty great things, but how did COVID interrupt your plans? Because you were planning on going away and you had lots when I was...
Oh my goodness. Yeah, legitimately. I was meant to, literally the day before the borders closed, I was meant to hop on a cruise ship to sail to Hawaii and then sail all around California when I released I'm on Vacation. And then I was just meant to have arrived in Brisbane from coming back from Hawaii. So... I was definitely quite nomadic this year. I was meant to spend about 6 to 7 months away. So all of my plans were delayed. Even, celebrating my birthday at the end of this year, I was meant to be around the Pacific Islands, celebrating New Year's and Christmas, and
yes,
that was not happening. So instead, I've been making the most of it and entertaining myself and entertaining others and learning new hobbies and stuff like that and writing new songs.
So when's your birthday? At the end of the year, December, baby?
24th of December.
Oh, we're close. We're close.
Yeah, what's your birthday?
New Year's Eve.
Yeah. They're great birthdays, aren't they?
Christmas, baby.
I asked, the moment I say, my birthday's on the 24th, people either go, oh, and how do you deal with that? Or they go, I'm really sorry. And it's never a bad thing, because we're right in a time when everybody's celebrating. If it's not the end of the year, it's Christmas, it's family, it's celebrate. Oh, I love it.
And you often don't work. Well,
Yeah.
you do, but you often have it off if you've got a day job.
Oh my God, yes, 100%. However, I was going to be on a cruise and it was going to be my 25th birthday. And I was like, I don't care if I don't work on Christmas. I want to perform on my night of my birthday because I'm just going to be sitting there and I'll be like, it's my birthday. I'll sing what I wanna. Just the entire night. Like nobody else. I'll just make it my own birthday party. It was going to be great.
So exciting. Well, next year or the year after, but you will get on that cruise, I'm sure of it.
I'll have so many people wanting to come on as well. Like all of my friends from around the world that were like, so we're all booked to see you. We're meant to see you right now. So they're just waiting for the next time I go, well, I'm on this cruise, and then they're going to come book and join.
Then the cruise is going to be full and, exciting. I always think that first gig that we go to when, the first really big festival, the first thing we go to when we're all catching up, it's going to be huge and we're going to be so tired.
It's going to be shocking. Like I'll be constantly like, keep my distance. I'm not a doctor. I can't cure this, but I will do my best to do my part. And I'll just be like, 1.5, leave room for Jesus, Bible space.
Troy has just popped in and he said hi, so I didn't get a chance. I didn't tell you. I didn't think of it, but you can see the comments as we go as well. So,
hey Troy, how you doing?
Thanks for popping in. Karen is in as well. She said to say hi. So, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Let us know what's going on with your lives. Let us know where you've been and have you been able to see any shows. And so, you're in New South Wales, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So have you been able to get out and do a little bit of music, or are you sort of still a bit in the lockdown area?
To be honest, I've just been doing my part to keep distant, because I'm close with my family and I know that, I may not have it or, I may not show symptoms. I just want to do my part in keeping distant from people. And I mean, I've been having so much fun being able to connect with all of my friends from around the world online doing shows that I thought, I'm just going to keep doing that and being able to have tea with them and connect with them rather than focus on the next job.
And Jan is also here. I think everybody's doing as well as we can for this time. I think we've all found a way to adapt.
100%.
So you've just released your song Ton of Bricks. Is that something that you had planned to do prior to all of this, or is this something you've done as a change because you had to change all your plans?
It was definitely something that I was planning to do prior. I actually recorded this a little while ago with Michael Carpenter from Love Hurt Studios, and it's kind of just been sitting in the vault with me, sitting on it going, what do I do with this? When do I release it? When's an appropriate time? Just like I did with I'm on Vacation, though, it was, I was meant to release it the day that I actually left for a cruise to celebrate, living on vacation. And instead, I just wanted to spread some good vibes because I'm all about the good vibes and, take people on a virtual vacation instead. So it kind of just became, well, I've released a song during the COVID time, so I'm going to release again. And it's a song that's been really close to my heart and a song that I've always wanted to share because it's so different from the other songs that I've previously written. Normally it was about, is it love? What is love? Falling out of love and finding new love. And this is all about love built on friendship, which, pun intended, is stronger than a ton of bricks. So I just couldn't wait to release this song. So I tried to release it as soon as I could.
And I've heard this song played so much. It's getting a lot of play. And I mean, so it should. But is that something that, you go into it hoping, but is it something that you sort of expect, or does it always surprise you with the reactions to how people, when they hear your music?
It completely astounds me how much people have fallen in love with this song and then connected with it and then shared it and kept requesting it. For me, writing is very therapeutic. I've only realized during COVID that I'm like, oh, this is quite therapeutic for me. I find solace when I go to the piano and I never have to think when I'm there. I just almost write it and later I go, what did I write about? So for me, writing this song has a very specific meaning that I'll analyze later, and it's very subconscious because, when words fail, music speaks. But releasing it, what I find the most joyful, and what brings me the most joy is when people connect to it and when I can connect heart to heart with someone else. And for somebody to actually come back to me and say, you know, I listened to it and I had to listen to it again and I've loved this and it means this. And, you know, for me, when I hear that song, I think about this, and it's completely different to what I wrote. You know, that touches my heart in an amazing way, because, you know, music transcends all type of barriers and it's able to be able to connect, and that's what I love being able to do. So, you know, I actually had a pre-order for it to get it charting on the iTunes charts, which I'm so grateful. And I had so many people actually waiting at midnight to go and check it, that even the day of its release, which turned out to be a haywire day, when iTunes just didn't upload any songs, all of my friends around the world are going, you know, we've bought it, we're listening to it already, we don't care what it is charting, we have streamed it and said, and I'm like, oh, you know, that makes me so happy.
How beautiful.
It ended up being number 3 anyway, so I was like, oh my gosh,
it still worked.
It still
Ronnie
worked.
in as well. Ronnie says hi, Cassidy, and Deborah has said hi, Daddy. Hi, Sparky. So, what is that cup? That is beautiful.
Thank you. My favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. So, of course, when I went to Disney World last February, oh my goodness, it feels like so long ago, but not long ago, I ended up buying a chip cup, and so I use it like all the time. It's my favorite cup.
Troy has just popped in and he's got a question for you. He said, have you got a special spot when you write? Well, that's an interesting one, because you've just been telling us how you like to change around the room. So
to be honest, yes and no. It depends on where I am in the world. If I'm on a cruise ship, it'll always be the piano bar. And yes. I remember actually getting up. I just finished performing at like 1 a.m. in the morning. I was going out the next day because I was just landed in New Orleans and I wanted to check out and try beignets, and I had this song in my head, but there was no piano or keyboard in my room. So there's little old me with my pajamas walking through the cruise ship at 3 a.m. in the morning just to find a piano so I can go and write the song. So if it's ever on a cruise ship, it's always the piano bar, because I get to shut all the doors and be as loud as I want because it's 3 a.m. in the morning and nobody else is going to be listening. But when I'm at home, I have a grand, an upright piano that I kind of, it's out of tune by like a tone. So when I'm really playing F. But I absolutely love it. And I always find myself driven towards this little piano, and I'll write my songs out there, and it has like this old classic piano feel. And then once I've finished it, I'll go, okay, well now I just have to step it up a key wherever I am. Great question.
But that just brings, you know, this atmosphere. It's what makes things good. It's something, you know, that you've got to do. And Troy said at 3 a.m. is the bar still open?
Sometimes. On some of the cruises, the bar's still open until 2. And, you know, I'm a piano bar entertainer on a cruise ship, which, you know, I say I work there, but I use the term work very loosely because, you know, I love what I do. And whenever I went on vacation with my family on a cruise ship, I would find all the pianos on the cruise ship, and then I go every day to see if they're unlocked and just play there all day. So I'm already doing that. I now just get paid to do it around the world. So sometimes the bar can close at midnight. Sometimes it closes at 2 a.m. Usually the cleaners are going around the ship because everywhere else on the ship is like quiet and dead and everybody's going to sleep. But my bar will still be open, or people will be cleaning it, and I'll just go and shut the doors and turn on the lights and hang out with myself. So it depends on the night. But great question. Keep on coming.
What a cool atmosphere. That's where you should do your film clip, in the middle of the night on a cruise ship, you know, with the doors closed, just doing your thing.
Totally should. I totally should. I think I even have a couple of friends of mine that have filmed the performance on a cruise ship before, so I shall have to share those.
Kayleen has popped in, and Kayleen says hi. Hi, Kayleen. Thank you for joining. And Gail and David popped in. Hi, guys. How are you?
Gail? How is Gail? Let me know. She has been on the road and doing some amazing things.
They are amazing, and that amazing two of us. What a great thing.
But you know what's good about Gail is that and what's good about the country music industry in just general, and what I've found, you know, traveling around the world, that, you know, when people say I still call Australia home, Australians and country music and Gail herself, you know, they're so authentic. And
Yes.
what you see is what you get. And you see this beautiful, radiant soul that performs and sings so well, but just shares her heart on her sleeve. And that's what you get in person. And, you know, that's what I constantly am inspired to be. I want to be a person that what you see is what you get. So, yeah.
I agree, and I think that's definitely an Australian music thing. There's so many, you know, you get off stage and then you're talking to people, and people aren't changing. They are who they are, and the stories are real. They're what they feel. They're what they know, and that's the amazing thing. And Gail has popped in and said, "You guys are awesome." I have to get Gail on. It's been a while since we had Gail on the show. We have to reboot. Yes. Now, I know that we're here to talk about Ton of Bricks. So tell us a little bit about when you said you had it recorded and ready for a while ago. When did you write this? And what influenced it to start with?
I was at the Academy, which is a 2-week intensive program held right before the Tamworth Country Music Festival. I happened to be there last January, and I was mentored by Catherine Britt and Amber Lawrence and Casey Chambers, and Troy Cassidy-Rae was there, and so was his daughter Jem. So it was an incredible time, and when everybody would be going to morning tea, I'd been drinking tea for like half the morning, so I did not need morning tea. I'd find myself sitting back in the room and ending up writing songs on the piano that they had there, and I was just constantly inspired in this program that I came out with like at least another 5 different songs that I've written in 2 weeks. I loved it so much. But on one of the days specifically, my best friend had actually messaged me, and she said she was in a new relationship, and I was super excited for her. And then she told me that her new boyfriend in his past relationship had cheated. And for me, I went into instinct like, sisters got to stick together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, red flags.
Yeah. And so, you know, as long as she was happy, that was the main point. But sisters got to stick together, and we've got to have each other's backs. And so I was sitting at the piano, and I wanted to go. That's where the whole song started, and it was like, you know, we've got to stick together. Yeah. And you know, I'm a positive person. I'm not violent at all, but I wanted to kind of create this powerful and fierce idea of, you know, I want her to be happy, but I'm also going to protect her. And that goes for all of my friends. No matter if it's a person, no matter if it's unprecedented times, I've got your back. And when I say I've got your back, I'm strong and cemented in that fact. It's not anything wussy. It's, you know, I will come down crashing like a ton of bricks in my support and getting your back. And, you know, vice versa. I know my friends have my back. So that's kind of how I ended up writing the song. And then I kind of called Michael, and I was like, I have this great idea, and I want it really country, and I want it as rocky as can be, which is totally different to all the other songs. And, you know, he finishes my sandwiches, which is a Frozen reference and one I use all the time. So we had a lot of fun creating it in the studio.
How lovely. What a great story. And
so
did you tell your friend that this is what inspired the song at the time?
Oh my goodness, 100%. The moment I wrote this song, I was like, so I just voice recorded this. It's based on one text message. Have a listen. And I basically said, this is like if I was to write a letter to her boyfriend, this is what it would say. But, you know, instead of just writing a letter, I ended up singing it, and he just happened to be there.
Well, that got your point across.
It certainly did.
Now, we have, Troy has asked, is there anybody that you would like to do a gig with? Well, that's the hard question.
Yeah, I'm fine with these questions. 100% nationally, Missy Lancaster to Troy Cassidy-Rae, I think would be fantastic. But oh my gosh, Becky Cole. I was about to call her Betty. Becky Cole. To Amber Lawrence, they're absolutely incredible. And I think even one person would be Catherine Britt. She is absolutely amazing as a performer. And I've sung with Gail O'Neill, so I can't use her. But internationally, will be 100% at the top of my list is Taylor Swift. Like the way that she puts on the show just blows my mind. And if I could ever be a part of that, hands down, I volunteer as tribute right now.
Yes, that would win. And Ronnie has popped in and said congratulations on the song.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Now, I know that you've got your guitar out there already, so would you like to do a song for us?
I most certainly would. Well, let me play a few ton of bricks on my guitar.
That would be great. Well, I will give you the room and let you do your thing.
Okay. Hey y'all, if you haven't heard this song, hopefully you enjoy it as much as I enjoy playing it. This is my song, Ton of Bricks. If you do, fill up the screen in the comments with brick emojis. I know they're there. May be nice, you may be cool, but I'm here to make sure you're not a fool, playing by the rules. She doesn't see she's in love. I honestly think she came from the farm, but I'm here to tell you, don't break her heart, don't fake the part. You're in this now, you better make it. Don't make me come crashing down. I'll sling the bed, I'll break the knife, I'll make you lucky to feel alive. Oh, if you had it with your bag of tricks, I'll come crashing down like a ton of bricks. A ton of bricks, yeah. Maybe fights, she may be wrong, she can't feel sad, but not for long. Oh no. And as her heels are falling over her head, you better catch her and wish you were someone else. Don't break her heart, don't fake the part. You're in this now, you better make it. Don't make me come crashing down. I'll swing the bed, I'll bring you knife, I'll make you lucky to feel alive. If you had it with your bag of tricks, I'll come crashing down like a ton of bricks. Yeah, a ton of bricks. Sisters gotta stick together, doesn't matter, cause whoever has a heart, you leave a scar. Oh, come crashing down. Don't break the heart, don't fake the part. You're in this now, you better make it. Don't make me come crashing down. No, I'll swing the bat, I'll bring the knife, I'll make you lucky to feel alive. Uh-oh, if you had it with your bag of tricks, I'll come crashing down like a ton of bricks. Oh, a ton of bricks, yeah.
Wow, thank you. You
Oh my gosh, actually you played that.
So many love hearts, so many brick emojis. That is fantastic.
Yay.
And Aaron has also popped in. We've got lots of questions for you tonight, so we're really testing you here.
I love questions.
Making my job so easy. Keep it going, guys. Karen has asked, are you releasing more songs, Cassidy? So I'm probably meaning this year, I imagine.
I'm assuming that. So hi Karen, thanks for the question, gorgeous. I most likely am releasing new music before the end of this year, and of course definitely I'll be releasing so much music. And when I say so much music, I'm releasing like a ton of bricks worth of music next year. I've been writing so much and I cannot wait to share. So definitely if y'all want to stay tuned, watch Country Kickback because I'm sure I'll be back soon. And of course, you guys can hang out on my website because I'll be sending out all the details there.
Now, do you have any sort of mailing lists or fan sort of groups or anything that you do?
I do. I have a mailing list on my website, which is www.cassidy-rae.com. And if they go there, they can actually download a completely free song called No Better Place. And then I also have a group that one of my friends from Maryland in the States started called the Cassidy-Rae Family Group, because, I chat to all of my friends that I can't call them fans because I'm talking to them so much that, they're friends. And for me, friends are the family that you choose. So if they just go onto my Facebook page and they click groups, they'll find it there and they can join. I think there's over like 450 members, and I don't even run it. So it's amazing.
Wow. That is so good. And how good is it when you don't have to run it? You can just enjoy it.
Seriously, I'm so grateful for the support and for the love. Like, it just fills me up.
It's lovely. Now, Kayleen said she couldn't find the brick emojis. I had to search too. It took me a second to find them. They are hidden.
I'm really impressed. Hopefully Kayleen enjoyed it all the same, even if she couldn't find it.
Now, we were talking earlier and you were planning to do a live on Instagram. So how can people become involved and watch that?
Oh, definitely. I go live so many times during the week. I love it because, what else am I going to do? So on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., so in 1 hour, I'm going live on my Instagram, which is Cassidy-Rae Official Music. And it's completely different to normal lives because on Saturdays, I started during COVID live music sessions where it was kind of like a virtual piano bar. And those were on Saturday mornings. And Sunday's Sit Down has been over 78 episodes, so 78 weeks.
Right.
For the past 78 Sundays, I've been going live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, sharing my life and my journeys and my travels and my music. But this is completely different because I only just started. I think I'm up to like 10 times I've done this. But it's called FaceTiming or Wednesday Night Lives with me. But basically, I'm not the star. You're last. So you get to request to be in my live. Come on. Chat with me, share news about your week, share new songs, share what you've been doing. So I'd love to see each and every one of you there. Even if you don't want to see me face to face or come on the live, you get to hang out with me, ask me questions, for the question of the week, that sort of thing. It's a lot of fun.
That is fantastic. So I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think I can still put a link up to that, even though it's Instagram. Can I share a link? I'm not sure. I think I can.
I think if you just... I don't know. We can chat about that.
We'll figure it out. If we can, we'll put one up. But if not, head over to Instagram when we finish here and make sure that you already become a follower so that you get the
friend. I love it.
Become a friend. Now, you released your EP in 2015 and you've released a lot of music before now. Can people still get all your other songs and any merchandise?
They can. It's all accessible on my website. My EP was so long ago. I was in an artist development program with a recording studio called Oxygen Music Group, and with them I got to create and actually learn all behind the scenes about songwriting and not songwriting, I'd already written the songs, song producing. And I'd go into the desk and I'd go, but what does that button do, and what does this button do, and why do we use this? So I got to share some of my first ever songs that I've written, and for the past year and a little bit I've been sharing singles just to show different pieces of the pie of me, I guess. It's like the first chapter of a book. It's like introducing someone. So
it's your diary. It's like
It is. And I definitely think next year I'm up to like chapter 2. I'm ready to hit the next chapter and flip onto a new page, and people have heard like the vulnerability of my song more. They've heard the love from Throwback. They've felt the joy with I'm on Vacation. They've heard the powerful fears from Ton of Bricks. They might hear more music next year, the end of this year maybe, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But next year it'll be a whole new chapter, and I'm looking forward to that.
You know what I'm looking forward to about all this that you've already released and what you've got coming ahead? I think in a few years' time we should do another show and do a chapter. Let's read the book from start to where you're at when we do it.
I love it. I love that idea.
Watch how you've changed, how you've grown, and see what those songs, because obviously you've written all your songs for a reason and with something in mind, and as you said, everyone else takes away their own things. See whether those reasons are still the same or whether they mean something different to you at that time.
That would be definitely interesting to discuss.
Yeah.
You got me excited for it already.
I think I've just dobbed you in on live, so you're not going to say no now. But we have gone over 30 minutes, so thank you so much for joining us. And we're very good at this. We tend to, I'm a good talker, as you know.
You are a good talker. That's why I love your live.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, I want you all, before you go and join Cassidy live on Instagram, I want you to all go over and stream her music if you haven't already, or purchase the song if you're on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you want to go, and then head over to the socials and make sure you're following and liking and keeping up to date. We've got another show tomorrow night as well. So tomorrow night.
You are just as busy as I am.
So busy. So tomorrow night we're doing a Country on Keppel live. So we've got James Blundell who'll be joining us at 7. We've got Maddie Cornell who'll be joining us in the same live, and then Jade Holland will be on the show to finish it off tomorrow night with some talk of some new music and things and Country on Keppel. So join us tomorrow from 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, because all the Queensland people, you're an hour behind us now. So and just WA and South Australia are all a bit different. So just check all of the times. But otherwise, thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers.